Previously, we went over the swing structure of the market and how you'd map your charts. Now, you may not be aware, but there's also that internal structure within those swings. And that's exactly what we will go through today, how you can mark up those internal swings. So understanding the two differences between the internal swing and the swing structure is important, especially when you're understanding where the market's likely to head next. So here, let's just forward this price chart. We're on the pound US dollar. Let's just go forward with this price chart. So currently we can see the market has created this move up. So we have a swing low here in the market. We want to see a breakout. So we've got a breakout. Okay, so let's just go from this area. Understanding the market swings. So we look at the current swing here to the downside. Let's grab a tool. We've just broken here to the downside and we're making a swing pullback. Now within those areas, we're going to find that we have the market here. You can identify we broke this high here. We went higher, pulled back. We went higher again. We pulled back. We wicked through this high and eventually we broke this low here to the downside. We pulled back, broke lower, pulled back, and we broke out, and now we're having that pullback. So what we can identify within this move here, just this move we're looking at here, is internal structure. We have a previous high here in the market. We have another high. We have a low, a lower low. So what do we have here? We have a swing move in the market. Now within those swings, okay, we're going to have these internal swings. Now that is what we class as our internal structure. And it's key to be able to read the difference between these swings and the internal swings as well. That's going to help you to identify when the market's creating those pullbacks. Just like we see now, a pullback is occurring on this move. We're looking for the market to continue lower. So what's going to push the market lower? Potentially areas of supply demand, swing points in the market. When I talk about swing points, I mean swing highs of liquidity we look at. So we have a swing high here. Potentially we could see this high run and then we could see a run back to the downside. Let's just let this play out. See what happens. So currently we broke this high, we pulled back into this low we've currently held. So we want to see a sweep of some kind of high, and let me just pause it there. So we can see the market internally. Okay, we came down, we pulled back, and now the market is making a higher low, but we failed to take out this high, which does suggest we will continue to go lower. Let's see what happens. So, okay, so we do actually continue lower. So we continue lower. So with a internal structure, remember the swings we were looking at the time. Now we have these internal moves inside these moves as well. So we can now look at this as a push down, okay, pull back here, continuation as a full swing. And we can also look at these movements inside where we see price here pushing up, okay, and dropping down as a fractal internal swing. Let me just continue forward. Once you understand how these markets are going to move with the swings, we can then identify we have an area here of supply. So this is what actually pushed the market lower. Now, as we just broke out of this low here to downside, we create a new area here of supply. So we can mark out a nice looking zone here of supply. We also have a drop-based drop zone here as well. So let's just forward this. So we have a structure, okay, internal structure now. We can identify as we break out of this swing move, we have this pullback here. So as a swing structure now, we can see we have a breakdown, a pullback, and a continuation out. So all you're looking for when you're looking for that internal structure is with it going with that trend. So for this move down, okay, we can identify this push down. We had this push up. Okay, we went higher, we wicked above this high, and then we reversed. So that internal structure went from a bullish to a bearish structure, which indicated once we broke this low, that the market would continue to break out this low. So let's just remove those off. So we're looking for a continuation lower out of this area of supply. So the market has removed that supply. Now, this had no liquidity to the upside, so very often you're going to see these highs run. This high has been run deeper into this main origin zone. Now, these zones are going to work better because we've got an overlap as well here than these first zones, mainly because we've got a nice swing pullback. Let's see, we get a run down. So we run to take out this low. So we run down, we took out this low. So again, look, this swing is basically doing this. Our swing structure continuation. Now internally, if we now go closer into price, we can also pick up on these moves where the market is creating these swing moves. We broke out this low, okay, pull back, continuation, and you can see we have an internal structure. So how would we look for the reversal out of here? We can do what we class as a fractal structure. Now, this will help you to find potential reversals out of these areas. The fractal structure is what I class as the new change of character. And if you haven't seen that video, I really suggest going and watching it. It'll be coming up at the end of this video. So we can look for those fractal reversals out of these areas here to identify the market wants to go down to take this low. So we now have a continuation once again. That's we broke structure here to downside once again. So let's look at those structures. So what do we have? We have a breakdown, pullback, breakdown, pullback, another breakdown, and we're looking for a pullback. Now, obviously, we could continue lower here first. There's your swing moves. Internally, we do have this push up, pull back, okay, push up. We broke this structure here, and then we broke out. Okay, that's the current internal structure we're looking at. See if the market continues to pull back. Okay, so you can see from this point, the market, in fact, did push down, okay, pull back, and we continued lower. Just continue forward, so we continue to go lower, lower, lower. So that swing continues on its way. Now we have a pullback. So again, it's just, so we have this push through this swing, a very small pullback, and a continuation, and now we're pulling back. So what we're looking for is here, this is more of a swing, a full swing down like this. But we can also identify is that the market here, okay, on a fractal nature, we're going bullish. Okay, so we're looking for that continuation higher. Market continues to go higher. And would we come back up to, I didn't draw that zone out, but we do have an area here of supply. You can see how these zones are starting to stack. And you saw that on the mapping video, went through how we look at those swings. So your internal structure, okay, at this point, we went in, we don't have much of an internal structure there. It's more of a fractal structure. But we can see we broke out of this high here. We continued up, they pulled back, continued up, pulled back, continued up. So you want to see a break of this low to then show a pullback continuation. That's the sort of thing we'll be looking for. So there's the break of that low. Now all you need to see is some kind of pullback for the continuation to target this low here. Now we're not always going to get a pullback, but we've got a pullback right there. So you can see there's that pullback. The market went quite deep first. And now we'll be looking for the continuation. How do we look for that continuation? Well, inside here, we have a fractal reversal, which indicates the market is going to go for this low. This becomes our lower high for an entry to go for this low. And let me just grab that tool to put this line back to where I said. So we're looking for a continuation lower now. Take out this low. We wick up once more. Okay, take out that high. And we continue down. So you can see how the swing structure continues to be bearish. Okay, there's your swing structure. And then we have this internal structure within. Okay, so the internal structure broke through. Now from here, we broke out. Now let's grab an arrow again. So pull back and we continue down, pull back, continue down. So you can see how the market continues to be bearish with a swing structure and an internal structure. So that gives you the indication how the market will continue to move lower. So once again, look, we're now looking for our next zones. You can see how these zones are stacking on each other like this. Okay, so we pull back into that zone. Again, here we have another zone I would like to see market come back to. So let's have a look at this one. We're looking for the move to come back. We have a fractal reversal, and we have a, to show you here, we have that push down, okay, pull back, push down, pull back. What do we have? We have a reversal of this high, pullbacks. We look for continuation pullback. That's what I see. That doesn't have to happen. We could see a run straight through the lows, but let's see if we get a pullback. So we actually got a run off the low first. You see we broke this low. And we got a continuation. So at that point where we were looking for a pullback, we didn't get it. And that's keeping you out of losing trades because you're not going to jump into any trade. It looks like potentially this area here, the drop base drop, is what held price and dropped down. Now, it's not a zone that I like to trade. This was a better zone. So for me, I would not look at taking that type of trade. So understanding those swings once more, look, we can see we have a swing pullback, a breakout, small pullback, continuation. Now on an internal structure here, we saw the internal structure here breaking down. Okay, we pulled back here. We may even had one there. Don't think we did. So then we broke out of this low, pulled back, continued down. Potential pullback. So that's how we're looking at those structures. Okay, so we didn't really have anything to go off internal structure reversal even, but we did obviously come off this area here of supply. So let's have a quick look and see if we get another pullback. And once again, you can see the breakout. Let me just drag another line. Put that one back. So we can see we have a breakout here. What does that now leave us? That leaves us another area of supply here. Now the market has come back to this zone. You can see how we would drop, pull back, drop. If we break out of this high, that's a reversal with the internal structure. So I believe we just about took that high. Yes, we did. So we have a breakout looking for pullback continuation. But we have another continuation lower. So what we have here on this scenario was a sweep of the market here. And we come into an area of imbalance. Now again, it's not the best location for a trade because even off this area of supply would have been better as well. So we have supply zones sitting below as an area of imbalance to be filled. We could still see a pullback to this area. And we actually break structure here again. This move here is looking more like a full swing move down, pull back like this, but we have to go with those swings. Again, let's just see if we get that pullback or continuation. So this is looking very, very much like an internal structure. So we got another breakout here. So this looks more internal. Let's just mark this one out. So we have push down, push up, failed to close this high, broke through, pull back, continued. The market's continued lower. Right, so now we got a small pullback, push lower again, and we get this break to upside. So potentially you're now seeing a reversal area. So what we got above, let's have a look quickly. Above, we've got this area here of supply left over. We do have an area of supply here, don't really like it. It's a large area of mark off like this. Could push price back down, but it's very close now. Want to see that breakout higher. See the internal structure looks like it's reversed. Now what I mean is we got that push up there. So from here, look, we got a push up, drop down, a lower high and a breakout to downside. Okay, so there's a lower high reversal, and that's a fractal reversal. And price came back out of this zone. Now this zone is the last buy to sell move. It broke out. That's why I've got it marked. And again, look, we do the same thing. We mark off this low, and you continue to follow price like this. So we look at the market here, where we've gone through, we can identify the swinging pattern. Now within those swings, we went through those areas as well, where we had the internal structure. Okay, so this one broke out, pulls back. Okay, so there's your swinging pattern to downside. You can see it's a nice bearish market. We can see how the areas of supply are holding the price. And then we just look for those internal structures where you can see the reversals within. Let's have a quick look to see if we come back to this area of supply or we continue to fall. So again, we have that internal structure on the way down here. So this move, we just pull this down. This is a full swing down, right? Still, that's our swing down. But our internal structure, we've continued to create these internal movements. You can see how the market continues to be bearish. Quite a deep drop there as well. So there is your full swing down, and that's actually still a full swing down on that internal move. And we just go forward quickly. So let me just remove this now. We have a breakout here as well, a small breakout. But if we look at this move, does this look more like a full swing push down? We have a small area here. That's an internal area. This is a full, okay, so even this move here, we didn't have this pullback. We've got this pullback. That's your swinging pattern. This is a very small movement where I would class that more of a internal structure. Even this move here could be classed as one swing, okay, one swing, like that. That's what we can see. So we can say it's a breakout. There is a potential area of supply here. Price may drop out of. But I'd like to see it run through and higher. So we are running higher. And you can see now by following that internal structure, we're going to drop down, pull back. We've now broken that high. You could get a pullback continuation, and we may even remove these areas of supply, and we see a full swing reversal. So inside here's that internal structure. This is our swing movement now. So we can see the swings in the market. Okay, let me just draw this out for you. We've removed this area of supply, and we also removed this zone as well. We wicked through it. So they've both been taken out. That swing structure, okay, we've gone down. And like I said, you could even use this as a swing if you want, but it's more of an internal structure. And we've pushed out. So now we've broken the high. We're looking for pullback continuation. Now, if we look at the internal structure here, that's our push down, pull back, big push down. We broke that high here, went up, pull back. Okay, that's our internal structure. Now here we've actually wicked through, so you can see we went higher. We made a reversal below this low, and then had a pullback. So we could see a continuation lower for this full swing pullback. And so see if we get a pullback. So the market did push up, and we're having that pullback. Look, see if we get a further pullback, just so we can see how this works. So it looks like we've got a pullback there. So we've got this swing pullback occurring, okay, on this move. And this is internal structure. And we've also got this movement inside, which is our fractal structure as well. And that's just gone bullish, the fractal structure. So this could now push us back higher. I'm just looking to see. We should take out the high. Yes, we will. Yep. So there is the previous high of the swing. And we just rerun it. So it was a short pullback. We didn't get a very good swing pullback here. Just remove that. We can then identify that we pushed up higher and we're broken out. Now inside here, you can see all these smaller moves, which is our fractal structure. And right here, I said just before we went higher, we had a reversal of fractal structure, pull back, and then we've gone to take this high. So that's how we look at mapping those charts when we look at the swing structure, but more that internal structure. This video is more to tell you about the internal structure and how we look at use it on those charts. Remember, we look at those supply and demand zones as well. And again, once we remove those zones, we look at this area here. And we just quickly go to this area. Once we remove those areas of supply, our area of demand, this was an area of demand because it's the last sell to buy move. We broke out, we pulled back, continued up. Okay, and we have this run down here where the markets then broke out again. Pull back, broke out again. This is then another rundown where we're expecting prices to come to. Then on the way up here, you can see we have these smaller moves where price pulls back into. Okay, I didn't go through all these zones, but you have gone through the previous video. You'll see how I was marking those zones out, and eventually we broke through here. Okay, which leaves me this area here of supply, where the market's gone down back into the supply, gone back to take out this low. So you could either sell here to target this low, understanding now we've broken out, and then we've got a new area of demand. So we didn't quite come back into this demand zone. This level here of demand is the main one that's held price up. And you can see how you can easily follow price once you start to see how those swings, the internal swings, all work together with those areas of supply and demand when you're mapping those charts. So if you enjoyed this video, you haven't seen the previous one on mapping charts, I do suggest watching it. It's going to help you more understanding how we do this. And if you want to see my daily analysis where I map up my charts on the USD on that daily and a 4-hour time frame, then you can join the absolutely free Telegram group, and there's going to be a link popping up at the end of this video.